Alright guys, we're on this morning. Let's see how many of y'all get on here with us. We're on our way to town. We got some things in town that's got to be done this morning. Got to take some packages to the post office. We got behind on that while I was in the hospital.
Pick up medicine.
Got to pick up medicine. Hello, Dolly. That sounds like a song, don't it? Oh, good to see you this morning. Yeah, we're just on the road.
We were too exhausted last night.
We were going to, gosh, boy, they started popping in. There's Jatan, Irma, Ann Yoder, House of Littles, Valley, all y'all. Okay, guys, we were going to pop in last night, but look, we were just washed out last night. This morning's not a lot better, but at least I did get up and mow the yard this morning before we headed out to town. But you know, we were going, like I said, we were going last night. We're going to give y'all an update, but didn't get to. We just had to have some rest because you know you can't sleep in a hospital. And
Explain what they did to you.
so what? We got enough people on here now. Let me just go ahead and tell you what they told me. They told me, first off, that I had obstructive cardiomyopathy. After they did the ultrasound on my heart, echocardiogram, I'm sorry. Then they was going to put that dye in me to make my heart do a stress test with a dye, and I wouldn't let them do that. I told them, I said, I don't want no dye put in me. I said, you just put me on a treadmill, and if I can't do it on a treadmill, then you know we ain't doing it. But so they agreed to put me on a treadmill, and for some reason I had a tore hamstring in my left leg, and I can't figure out why. I don't know what I did prior to that, but anyway, they put me on a treadmill and ran me to death. They run me and run me. I was beginning to think I wasn't going to be able to do it, but they ran me for about, I don't know, probably 5 minutes or more, and got my heart rate up to, at one time, I mean, I was running so hard I couldn't even hardly hold on to the bars. I looked over one time and I saw 235 on the heart rate. So, and he told me whatever he got it to, he had to hold it there for several minutes anyway. And finally we got through with that, and they injected some, he said, small doses of radiation into me for the films to be able to took that they need to be able to take on my heart and see how it's pumping and all this kind of stuff, check for blockages and all. And so when I got back to my room, the heart doctor probably wasn't about an hour. He was in the room, and he came in and told me, he says, wow, he said, man, he said, you checked out great. He said, you got no blockages anywhere. He said, I didn't see anything wrong. He said, now you do have, I'm going to agree with your other cardiologist, and I'm going to tell you that you do have hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, which is a thickening of the center muscle of the heart. Now this could be hereditary. This could be something that I pushed myself too young. When I was young, I pushed myself beyond my limits when I was training and didn't, you know, you always hear cardio, and I used to just do cardio by the hours, you know, and I could run 10 miles. I never got tired, but it could have been caused by that. But nevertheless, it's done. The damage is done. We can't do anything about it. He said he did not see any reason to do anything other than maybe put me on some type of little, he said we can't do beta blockers with me because my normal heart rate is just above 50 beats a minute. And because I have what's called an athlete's heart. That's what hypertrophic cardiomyopathy is. It's an athlete's heart. And So he said, I can't put you on a beta blocker because what that's going to do is that's going to slow your heart rate down too slow, because even when I'm sleeping, my heart rate sometimes goes into the 40s. So he chose a medicine that does the same thing as beta blockers, but it's an older medicine, but it works in a little bit of a different way. So he wanted me to try that and take a baby aspirin every day. And he said, I don't see any reason why we should do anything like a pacemaker or defibrillator or anything like that. He said, you don't show any of the symptoms to need anything like this. He said, your heart looks fine. He said, now you may still have some moments of atrial fibrillation, or he said you may have some, PVCs and all. He said that's normal once you get to this age and my condition. He said, so if the atrial fib or something like that was to happen, he said you can take an extra one of these pills, and if it doesn't level out, then come back to the emergency room. But right now, no surgeries. He said just continue on just the way you're living, and and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go till the good Lord says no. And
He ain't finished it.
we're not on our way home. We came home last night, guys. We were just too tired to give an update last night. We're on our way to town right now because we've gotten so far behind with people who's ordered stuff from us, and we have to go to post office to mail all this stuff.
Plus the meds wasn't there.
Plus the meds wasn't at the pharmacy yesterday. They had to order them, so we had to come back today to get the meds, and we got to go pay bills and stuff like that. When you get in the hospital, these kind of things don't stop. So we're praising God that everything went well, and I want to thank all of y'all, first of all, for your prayers, because I'm one of these kind of people who believes that prayer can do more than anything else a doctor could ever do. And I know there's times when a doctor's needed, but prayer sure does pave the way. I have a firm belief of that.
It's a visit.
Yeah, I know that people will wait for their orders. I know that, but I'm the kind of person that I want to be a dependable person. I want to be somebody that people can depend on. I've been that way my whole life. If I have an appointment, I'm always there early. I'm never late. It's just one of these things that it's just who I am. And
That's way who I am.
yeah, and Wanda's the same way. Neither one of us are one of these kind of people who likes to get anywhere late, or like right now the post office opens at 8:30. The clock just clicked over to 8:30. So we're just that kind of people. We get here right in the nick of time. So, prayer to me is one of the most important things that you can have. And Wanda's fixing to jump out and go take her packages in the post office.
Yeah, you can sit here.
I guess I'll sit here and yik-yak with y'all for a little while.
Keep him occupied for 3 minutes.
Yeah, I've been up this morning. I have actually mowed almost, I'd say probably a little better than half of my place. And nice temperatures.
That's why.
Wow. I was enjoying it so much this morning. It was in the 50s. And I'm just having a blast. I still got the skipping in my heart and stuff like that this morning. I'm still exhausted. But I'm one of these kind of people, I cannot just sit. I can't just sit in the house, Diane says, what orders? We have an Etsy store, and people are constantly ordering things from our Etsy store. So I see there's a glare on this thing, and I'm trying to get where the sun's not. Let me see if I can move around this way. Maybe it'll help to get this away. You'll have to excuse the camera banging around. There we go. Anyway, we have an Etsy store, and on our Etsy store we sell things. We never ask nobody for money. If people wants to help us, we tell them to either, if you're going to order through Amazon, then go to our link on Amazon to, order through that. It doesn't cost you any more, but the Amazon gives us just a little bit. Hoss Tools, we're an affiliate for Hoss Tool. use our link for Hoss Tools, and and we build things. As long as I've got the help to build things, I'm gonna build them, and people are ordering and buying that way. I have dough bowls that I make, cutting boards. I'm now making measuring spoons. There's just different little things that I make, and people order them. And yeah, being ill cannot be helped. That's true. It's just one of those things. I was feeling perfectly fine sitting in my house. I was sitting there in the chair. I was just making some measuring spoons. I was actually sanding them, getting ready to burn them, and my heart just started racing, and it wouldn't stop, just like snapping your finger. And I'm trained in a lot of areas, so I did all the precautions. I did the things that I know to do. I massaged the vagal nerve. I said, well, if it's an SVT, then I started putting my thumb up and I started blowing real hard on my thumb, maybe to reset my vagal nerves. I done everything I knew to do. And after about 10 minutes of it, I told Wanda, I said, you're going to have to call a 911 because this ain't fixing itself. I said, I might actually have a heart attack on you here. So, and I've been with my last wife that passed away. She died of a cardiac seizure. So I didn't want Wanda to have to experience the same things that I experienced. So I went ahead and prepped Wanda for what may happen while it was going on. And I was extremely calm. I never got upset. During that time, I had reassured her that I loved her, and I told her everything to look for and everything that was going to happen. I see all these trolls popping in here, guys. I mean, there ain't nothing I can do about it, and don't worry about it. I have no way to stop it. So y'all just continue to watch, and I'll keep talking. At some point, maybe they'll get tired, and maybe they'll quit. But anyway, let me see here. Let me just try something just a minute here. Nope, that's not it. I don't have a moderator on here, so anyway, guys, I'm looking here to see if I have some way to... All right, Scratch, you got a wrench. Can you do something about this? And it may be coming too fast for you to handle it. I don't know. But anyway, I can stop it this way. I know I can do this. Yeah, he's a hacker gamer. He's from Israel. Okay, I slowed it down. All right, well played, my friend. Well played. Yeah, they must be bored. I know, Jeremy. It's one of these things that I get a kick out of them because it means they're my slave. That's one of the things I like about it. When something like this happens and they start throwing up the Hebrew, that's, it just, I don't know, it kind of gives me a little bit of a excitement to know that I've got a slave out there somewhere that'll do whatever I want them to do. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, he's like, this is weird. How? You have a, I'm trying to figure out, I don't know if you're on a phone or if you're on a computer, but there's a place over there you can go and you can either block them or you can ban them. But if they're gamers, a lot of times, it's kind of hard to do it. Because the gamers are, they change their profiles extremely fast, and that's pretty cool though. I mean, I get a kick out of it because it just, it's interesting to me to see that people would care enough about me to come on my channel and do that, because every time they do this, I'm actually getting views from all this, and that's running my paycheck up. So hey, it doesn't bother me, I'm actually making money off of these people. Yeah, I know it may be rude, but hey guys, look, every time they click in, I'm getting views and I'm getting paid. So these people are actually running my paycheck up. So hey, I am not going to say anything about it. Oh, we got Tommy in here. Okay. All right, we got the aldermans who actually know how to catch this stuff. Oh, yeah, you walk away too, family, and Israel is taking over. Scratch says, I'm working on it. Yeah, I mean, it's okay, guys. I mean, everybody needs a slave every now and then. Yep. All right. Aldermans, thank you so much for this. That's pretty cool. The whip has been cracked. Yep. That's why it's always good to have somebody around who can do that. And I appreciate Tommy and them, because the same thing happened to Patty one night. We had to jump in and we had to save Patty on one of her live streams. She was being bombarded like this by people, and yeah, that's right. Yeah, Jennifer Russell. Yeah, love. Tell them money, 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 money. Yep, that's the way I look at it. Every time they're clicking, and yeah, two families said, I wonder if these folks realize I can read Hebrew. Well, I was thinking the same thing about me, yeah, Daniel, God is my judge, to get some rest and get well. Y'all have to understand, when I actually stop and sit down and rest is when I actually get worse. My dad had to have a pacemaker put in because as long as he was actively working, his heart was fine. But the moment that he sit down and started resting, his heart would go out of rhythm. So they ended up having to put a pacemaker in for when he rested. And that's the same thing that happened to me yesterday when they ran my heart rate up to 235. That's the last time I seen it. Now, they may have went higher. When they ran it up to 235 beats a minute, he told me, he said, wow, he said, your heart performs magnificent. But as soon as they started slowing me back down and it got down to around 70 or 60, it started skipping beats and missing, like it normally does, or adding beats or whatever it is. And I may be facing something that's just hereditary that my dad had, Let's see. Jesse Martin says, Danny, I have FEB also. They have had to stop and start my heart 3 times. I think he meant AFib instead of Feb. But, yeah, my mom has had to have that done numerous times, where they had to go in and literally put her to sleep and electrocute her and put her heart back in rhythm. Let's see. I'm trying to read a few of the comments. I've actually slowed the comments down where I can actually see them, because that Israel thing had them rolling so fast I couldn't even keep up. Make sure you get on the hawthorn berries. Okay, and I got prayers from Michigan. Listening while I'm doing my homeschool work, or doing my schoolwork. Scratch says, got to go to work. The boss of mine, that boss. Isn't it terrible when you have to work? I am so glad I have retired and I can work at my own pace. That is just, guys, that is probably one of the greatest things in the world that could ever happen. Yeah, Sherry, there's my wrench. Yep. Let's see here. Jared. Brother, I love you, my friend. Yeah, I don't know if you knew, Jared. I was in the hospital over the weekend, or over the week, first part of the week anyway. My heart started racing away with me, and they had to come pick me up in an ambulance. But, yep, he said, it makes sense. The harder you work, the luckier you get. Did they ever mention Digitalis, the old medicine? No, he did not. He didn't mention, of course, he did mention a couple of medicines. I have to be honest about that. I just don't remember what the names of them were. Tammy, we are not on our way home. We're actually on our way to town to put some stuff in the post office. We actually came home yesterday evening. And so that we can, I'm trying to read the comments as I go, guys. God is awesome. He's powerful. He's merciful. He's gracious. Yes. Digitalis. I thought that's what you were actually trying to say, Diane. Yes, I got home last night. Canning taters today and digging up more, Daniel. All right. We've got probably, we've probably got a quarter to a half an acre, maybe quarter to 3/4. Let's see. Probably a little over a quarter of an acre of potatoes that's got to be dug in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So we've still got that to go. And I've got the chat slowed down, y'all, so you'll just have to bear with me if I'm way behind. Yes, Anna, at least now I know what I'm dealing with, and thank you for keeping me in your prayers. Thank you, Becky. No, they never gave me nitroglycerin. I told them not to because they told me it would give me a migraine headache, and I didn't want the headache, so I didn't get any. I told them I didn't even want any nitroglycerin, and they didn't give it to me. Noah's Ark said no such thing as retirement. Well, when I said retirement, I meant retirement from going to a public job. On a homestead, you never retire because I got up this morning and I've been gone for 3 days, and I got to looking around in 3 days. Everything has piled up on top of me. So I'm having to catch back up with that. And TPW says they need to listen to Rabbi Kaduri, who named Jesus as Lord. I'd usually listen to a lot of rabbis, TPW, I'll tell you that. BK says they was diagnosed with atrial fibrillation 2 months ago, and now they're trying to live with it. I understand. I've been living with mine for since 2011. And my judge comes on over a harvest our beans. Okay. Let's see. Continued prayers. Thank you. No retirement for me. Refirement. Yeah, when you actually on a homestead, you gotta have a fire rebuilt under you. And refirement would be fine. Refirement, that doesn't sound good. Keep in my prayers, Mr. Danny. Thank you, Andy. We really appreciate that. Pam retracted her message. Alderman's deleted another message. Thank you. Let's see here. Well, I had some hackers real bad a while ago.
Really?
From Israel. Gamers.
Really?
They hit me with about 500 in a row. I mean, it was so fast. It was just sitting here just spinning. But Tommy came on and caught them. Yeah.
Look what Miss Elizabeth sent you.
Oh, cool, guys. I don't know if y'all can see this. Let me get it around. Miss Elizabeth sent me that. You talking about the bee lady?
Bee lady, yep.
Sent me some pecans. Pecans is one of the things that I need to keep my protein level up. And I eat probably, I don't know, a half a cup a day maybe.
If I make you cookies, you eat butter.
Yeah.
A cookie or two a day.
It takes a lot of pecans to keep me going because actually most people don't know it. A handful of pecans a day is like taking a multivitamin. And it's been working really well for me. Oh, live. Anna says live feed froze. Okay.
So what you got going on other than Israel hackers?
Nothing. Well, they just got some good comments. Diane says going to the Etsy store now. Oh, got a hole in the parking lot. Putting up okra this week. You know, we've been putting up okra. As a matter of fact, yesterday when I came home, I didn't even go in the house. I got out of the truck and went straight and got a bucket and went and picked okra.
Yeah, he won't listen, y'all.
I went and picked okra. What else was it? I picked my...
you need to go anywhere.
I gotta go get diesel for the tractor. Yeah. Okay, so. Let's go down here to Howard's. Guys, yeah, I went and picked okra.
You can show them Howard's. We have a self-service station.
Well, you could have went right here to the diesel pump.
I could have, couldn't I?
Yeah, that would have been a lot easier than going around.
Never mind.
Yep. Let me see here. People's talking about using magnesium. They're getting all kind of advice.
Magnesium's something I thought you might need. The D.
What did the doctor say? Sorry. Oh, we got some people coming in late. E. Calhill. He told me that I have, first told me I had obstructive cardiomyopathy. Then after doing the stress test, he come back and told me I have hypertrophic cardiomyopathy.
Which is basically the same.
Which is basically the same thing I already knew. I'm fixing to have to either hand this to Wanda.
Yeah,
I've got to get out and start pumping diesel fuel.
Well, Well,
so,
we got self-service. Make Howard come.
Howard's working on a truck in there. This is y'all. We have old-timey service stations here in our town. We try to patronize our older service stations, and these are family-owned service stations, and we try to patronize them. Now, let me make sure you're close enough I can get diesel. You're way too far. You got to get way over.
Over or back?
You got to get way over that way.
Oh, y'all, he's gonna make me pull back up and go again. I'll look at comments in a minute. Let me get. He's gonna make me pull up and back up to this. Okay, this is a woman driving. Y'all know that. He's y'all, I don't know if y'all can see or not, but he's telling me how to do this. This is funny. He's directing traffic back here, and it's not. Hey, Sherry. Okay. What did the doctor say? He just said that he has hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, which is a thickening of the muscle in the heart. And Danny already, his first doctor, had already told him that. It's not bad enough for surgery or anything like that. It's going to be, we're going to try to control it with meds. And yeah, I'm not a good driver when somebody's telling me, did Danny escape or they released him? They released him. Yeah, the pulling the finger, the blowing on the finger, he massages his neck muscles, all that things. He does all that. Looks like Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah, Pam, we did. We broke out. We were ready to come out. Yeah, Jane spelled it out for us. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Yeah, we got out yesterday. We were exhausted. And when we got home, it was like run, get everything done. Danny's felt fine for the most part. His legs hurting him from doing something before he went in to do the walk. He was already hurting. Probably that bed. The mattress was thin. He felt like he was laying on a spring. He may have told y'all that. I don't know. Whatever. Because I wasn't in here. Can y'all see out the back window? He's actually pumping gas. Yeah, that's Grizz. That's what he says. He anytime he can burp, it releases gas, and it helps with the heart rate. I don't know what it does, and yeah, he's got that one med he's going to have to take to see if it'll help. But the biggest issue with him is he has an extra heartbeat all the time. How have I been? I've been doing pretty good. Okay, we have, see, that's our local Barney 5. No, really, he's Gomer Pyle, Goober. Which one was it on the show? He's on the phone instead of pumping gas. That's funny. He's the modern day Goober at the service station from Andy Griffith. So. You mean we gotta pay? Really? He's gonna make us pay. So I guess I gotta go up here and pay him. Watch for any redness and pain in his legs. He was in bed longer than he probably ever has been. Yeah. Yeah, I always pick at Howard about, he comes out here and tells us how much it costs and we gotta go pay him. $23.10. All right. Well, guys, let you go. We've been on here longer than we needed to be probably, and let me go pay Howard because I know he wants it. And we appreciate all of you, and I guess we'll talk to you guys later.